So can the Vivo iQOO compete with the Redmi K20 for the budget gaming crown? We're going to have a look. All these phones have 1080p OLED screens, but all of their processors are different. The K20 Pro coming with a Snapdragon 855, the K20 using the Snapdragon 730, a modern mid-range chip. It performs really well, that chip. Then you've got the Vivo iQOO with last year's flagship, the Snapdragon 845. Vivo say that you're going to get better graphics performance by using the Snapdragon 845 rather than the 730 used in the Redmi K20. Well, let's test that out. And the CC9's involved. It's a new phone, and maybe you're thinking about that one if you want a good camera phone and you want to know what the gaming is like too. But that uses a Snapdragon 710, so the gaming is not going to be as smooth or as powerful as the other phones. I just couldn't download Asphalt 9 on the iQOO. It just wouldn't let me, so we're playing王者荣耀on that one. All the Xiaomi phones look very similar, but that K20 Pro is so smooth. Even though Asphalt 9 was running at about 30 frames a second on all the phones. The Vivo iQOO is a really solid performer. I've got no issues with gaming on it. Using the phone for the last couple of days now, I have noticed that other general tasks aren't as snappy as the K20 from Redmi. Those two are very similar, but the K20 Pro, as you can see here, it's just a step above. You'll see when we get to PUBG what I mean. Let's have a look at the gaming modes on these phones. On Xiaomi devices, it's called Game Speed Booster. You can see all your games in one place. You can go into that app and open all your games from that one place. You can also change a lot of the game settings from within that app too. If you go down to the settings bar, you can choose your game and you can change some settings based on how you want to use the phone. I know some people have said there might be touch issues on the Redmi K20, but I've personally not experienced that at all. On the iQOO, it's a Vivo phone. You have the game center where you can see how many games you've played and for how long. You can also cycle through some games that Vivo want to promote to you. I felt the operating system was a bit strange having these tabs at the bottom. That was until I started playing a game and realized what it was for. You can just swipe left from that tab and you get all your important settings right there. It's a really convenient feature that's specifically set up for people that play a lot of games. Whenever you load an app, you'll get the game assistant where you can turn on or off gaming settings and different alerts. So here's a screenshot of the settings that you can use on PUBG. The K20 Pro is so far out in front. It's the only phone to use that max setting. You get 60 frames a second in PUBG and it is so smooth. This video is filmed in 60 frames a second, so you should be able to see the difference in smoothness when I'm using this K20 Pro. It's a really great experience to use it within the app 60 frames a second. None of the other three can do that, although they are all cheaper than the K20 Pro. Actually, joint cheapest of these phones is the Vivo iQOO. The K20 is slightly more expensive than it. That's in China anyway. Using the iQOO, you can choose higher gaming settings within the app than you can do on the Redmi K20. So if you're really into gaming, then you might want to make that choice to go with the iQOO over the K20. But all in all, the gaming experience is very similar amongst all of the phones, but for sure the iQOO just has a little bit of an advantage over the other two phones. And that K20 Pro, what an absolute beast that is. 60 frames a second, maxed out. It looks absolutely great. Let's go on to some slow-mo of gameplay so you can see the difference in refresh rates between the four phones in PUBG. The CC9 doesn't seem to be as smooth as the K20 or the iQOO, but you can judge for yourself. And then moving on to the K20 Pro, this thing is like butter. It's so smooth. When moving, you can barely even see any frames refreshing. It's so quick. Really great on that phone. So the Xiaomi CC is a camera phone, but if you play games occasionally, I think it's up to the job. If you want a slightly better phone in that regard, the iQOO is pretty powerful. You can play PUBG on almost max settings, and for gameplay, it's going to be powerful for pretty much any game you want to play. The K20 is up there too, and you get that fully bezel-less display and a lot of other features. The Redmi K20 and K20 Pro this year, for an all-round phone setup, in my opinion, are really great. And then if you can afford it, the K20 Pro is just better than all of those phones you can see for sure. The latest processor, and it is a beast.